Santosh, your voice is not audible. Is there any? Can you check that? Check your audio. Prasanna Devi, you are in 11th class, right? Prasanna Devi. Okay, so let's start with
Yes.
okay. 11th class and state board, right? Right. So we will come to your portion very shortly. But today we will work on some 10th standard problems. We are doing that for the last couple of classes, right? So today we will continue with that. So there is this problem. Find the ratio in which the point 8, 5. Okay. One moment. Let me share this tab. Share tab. Okay. So can you see the problem now? Problem number 26. I think we did up to problem number 25 in the last class, isn't it? If I remember right. Let me see the last class notes. Yes, I think we are done up to 25. So let's look at 26. Okay. So please look at 26 and try to solve it. 26. Okay, so let me try to put it diagrammatically. Whenever you see problems in geometry, it will be very easy for you if you draw a corresponding diagram. You always make it a practice to draw a diagram. So there are 2 points, 1, 2, comma 2, 3. So let's just try to plot them. 0, 0. Let us say this is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So first point is 1, 2. That is here. Second point is 2, 3. So that is here. So it is a line that connects these two. And what are they given? Point. Find the value by the ratio and the point divides 8 by 5, comma y. Okay. So let us say these 2 points are A and B. Okay. So they're not given anything. Let us say this is A and B. Straight, it will cut to here somewhere. Okay. So this is your A, which is 2, 1. Sorry, 1, 2. And B is 2, 3. Okay. So what the question is, there is a point on this line which is 8.5, comma y. So 8.5 is between 1 and 2. So that means it is somewhere on this line, 8.5. 1 and 3 by 5. Yeah, it's somewhere here. Let us say this is your point C, which is 8 by 5. And you are supposed to find the value of y. So find the ratio in which this point C divides the line segment AB. Line segment joining the points, that is AB. Okay. So what is the ratio in which this point C divides the line segment AB. So who can do that? I think Santosh, Veeran, Prasanna Devi. If you can do it, please raise your hand. Okay. The ratio in which this point divides this line segment, you can take either the x coordinate, because it's a straight line, you can take either the x coordinate. Actually, it is basically the distance. Okay. This distance is to this distance. So let us say this is C. What is needed is AC is to CB. That is what is needed. The ratio in which the line, this point divides the line segment. So the question is find out the ratio between AC and AC is to CB. But AC is to CB can be, it will be same as, suppose AC is x1, the x coordinate distance, and y, you can divide it into two components, right? Let us put like this. Okay, so this is the distance x component of the distance AC. This is the x component of the distance CB. So if whatever is AC is to CB will be same as, let us say, if this is D and this is E. Okay, B is that one. Then AC is to CB will be same as AD is to DE. AD is to, this is C, CE. AC is to CB is same as AD is to CE. And that is also same as the y coordinate ratio. DC is to EB. DC is to EB. So the ratio at which the line is divided by this point, okay, is same as the ratio of the x coordinates, also the y coordinate, because it's a straight line. This is okay. Now, what is this AD? What is this AD and what is this CE? So can we find out? So AD is same as the difference in the x coordinate between A and C. AD, okay, will be same as the difference in the x coordinate. The x coordinate here minus x coordinate here. That is 8 by 5 and 1. Right? The distance between this x coordinate 8 by 5 minus 1. Okay. That is your AD. Okay. And this CE is same as this, right? CE, that is same as 2 minus this 8.5. Okay. So instead of taking the ratio of this to this, I am taking the ratio of this to this. Okay. So that is 8 by 5 minus 1 is to 2 minus 8 by 5. So that is going to be your answer, the ratio answer. That you can simplify. So this comes to 3 by 5 and this comes to 2 by 5. Or we can say 3 is to 2. So based on the x coordinate ratios, we can solve this problem. Now you are asked to find out what is y, right? What is y? So using the same principle, use the same principle. So this ratio 3 is to 2 is going to be the ratio of DC is to EB also. Okay. So what is DC? That is this one. Oh God, I was not sharing this tab. Nobody pointed out. Okay. I was drawing and I was explaining this problem all the time. Okay, right. Um, okay, so now you please see the diagram. Okay, so this is a point A, B. The point the in between is C. So A coordinate is 1 comma 2, B coordinate is 2 comma 3, C's coordinate is 8 by 5 comma Y. Those are given. Okay. So I'm taking the ratio of AC is to CB is same as AB is to CE. The distance ratio will be the X coordinate ratio, X distance ratio, and also Y distance ratio. That is why AC is to CB is same as AD is to CE, and it is same as DC is to EB. Okay. So based on this AD is to CE, I have determined the ratio as 8 by 5 minus 1 is to 2 minus 8 by 5, and I get the answer as 3 by 2. 3 by 2 is the ratio of AC is to CB. Now that is also the ratio of DC is to EB. So that is what we can use to determine the value of Y. Okay. So what is DC? DC, right? DC. This distance will be here. The Y coordinate is Y, and here the Y coordinate is uh, 2, right? At point D, it is 2, and for point C, it is Y. So basically, DC is to EB. We know that that is also going to be in the same ratio, Y coordinate. And DC is Y minus 2. And EB, right? Let's say EB. EB is 3 minus Y. Because here the coordinate of Y is 3, and here the coordinate of Y is Y. 3 minus Y. So this is equation that we use to get the value of Y. Okay. That is basically Y minus 2 divided by 3 minus Y equal to 3 divided by 2. Do cross multiplication and try to get the value of Y. Y minus 4 equal to 9 minus 3Y. 5Y equal to 9 plus 4, 13. That gives me Y equal to 13 by 5. Y equal to 13 by 5. Do you all understand? Any questions?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So now let us look at 26B. Okay. So please draw a diagram for 26B. This is from 10th standard. So you all should be able to do it comfortably. You are all aspiring for JEE, and you have to be very comfortable with the 10th standard problems. Okay. Yeah. Look at 26B now. ABCD is a rectangle formed by points A minus 1 comma minus 1, B minus 1 comma 6, C 3 comma 6, and D 3 comma minus 1. Please draw this diagram also, and then to show that the diagonals of the quadrilateral PQRS bisect each other. Okay, so let's draw the diagram. A is minus 1. Okay, so I have drawn the diagram. Can you all see the diagram?
Yes, sir.
Okay, A is minus 1 comma minus 1, B is minus 1 comma 6, C is 3 comma 6, and D is 3 comma minus 1. Okay, so I just plotted it. So this is the rectangle. Now the then the next point is you take the midpoints of these sides. PQRS are midpoints of sides A, B, BC, CD, and DA respectively. Okay, starting with AB. So this is the midpoint, right? Which is P, and here is somewhere the midpoint Q. Here is the midpoint. Sorry, here R. Here is the midpoint. Yes. So PQRS is the midpoint. So that means you draw this quadrilateral PQRS. Okay, and then draw the diagonals of the PQRS, right? So that the diagonals of the quadrilateral PQRS bisect each other. So draw this this is one diagonal and this is another diagonal. Basically, that means we are connecting the midpoints of the opposite sides. Okay, so when you connect the midpoint of the opposite sides, so what happens? So it only forms all triangles only, rectangles. Okay, so this is everything will become rectangle because you're at midpoint. So this is one quarter of the rectangle. This is another quarter of the rectangle. Another quarter of the rectangle. Quarter of the rectangle. Okay, since you are connecting the midpoints. And what are we supposed to prove? So these two lines bisect each other. That means this is equal to this. So let us say this PQRS T. Then PT is equal to TR and QT equal to TS. So it's very apparent because this is the center of the big rectangle and there are 4 quarters. So, so apparently this is equal to this, no? And this is the midpoint. Therefore, this TR will be equal to PT. And similarly, QT, because this is again R and P are midpoints, so QT will be equal to TS. So it's fairly easy to see. Okay, so you can write the steps because these form rectangles. Okay, by properties of rectangles, you can show that. Okay. Is it clear?
Exactly.
Okay. So let's move to the next problem. Okay. Look at problem number 27. In a teacher's workshop, the number of teachers teaching French, Hindi, and English are 48, 80, and 144 respectively. Find the minimum number of rooms required if in each room the same number of teachers are seated and all of them are of the same subject. Okay. Yeah, can somebody do this? Can somebody do this? Okay. If in, see now you see the problem. the French teachers, there are 48. They are divided into certain groups. Okay, so that means they are the factors of 48. That way only we can divide. Okay, so we can divide, into 24 groups of 2, or 16 groups of 3, 12 groups of 4, etc. So basically all the factors of 48. So those are the number of ways in which we can, those are the sizes, group sizes in which we can divide. Okay, similarly you take 80. Again, you take the factors of 80, those are the number of people that can be seated in a room if you have to divide into so many groups. And similarly, English, there are 144 teachers. So same way we have to divide based on the factors of 144. So now for the minimum number of rooms required means we have to take the greatest common factor. Okay, if you take the factor has to be common. Okay, so 2 is a common factor. Okay, so if you put 2 in every, you can see, 48, 80, and 144, 2 is a common factor. So you can put 2 teachers in every room. So then you can put, in 24 rooms, you can put French teachers, and then again next 40 rooms you can put the Hindi teachers, and the next 72 rooms you can put the English teachers. That is possible. Okay, that will satisfy the condition that same number of teachers, that is two teachers, are seated, and all of them are of the same subject. So we are seated. It will satisfy the condition. But see, find the minimum number of rooms. If you find out the minimum number of rooms, then you have to find out the greatest such common factor. Right. So the problem is, if you read it, you have to understand that they are asking for the greatest common factor of these 3 numbers. So that is the group size. Okay. So this is a very simple problem, greatest common factor of these 3 numbers, which comes much earlier in your classes, not even 10th, right? It should have come even much before. So can you find out what is the greatest common factor of these 3 numbers? Okay. So now I got the numbers here. French, 48 teachers. English, 80 teachers. Hindi, 144. So we have to divide them into groups so that the same number of teachers are there. That means that a common factor has to be there. So what is the common factor, greatest common factor of these 3 numbers? Anybody has done?
So we are doing.
I'll give some time. Please do it.
Sixteen.
Very good, Santosh. Very good. What about other people? Do other people get the answer? Adila, Veeran? GCF is 16. That is the group size. This is the group size. So if you put 16 people, you can divide the French into groups of 16, English teachers also into groups of 16, Hindi teachers also into groups of 16. Okay. Now, how many rooms is what they are asking? So tell me how many rooms will be required? Find the minimum number of rooms required. So English, French, how many teachers will be required? 3 teachers, right? 48 teachers are there. Like that.
Is it 17, sir?
Yep, correct. Very good. So total, three rooms for French, 5 rooms for English, 9 rooms for Hindi, 17. Total 17 rooms are required. Okay. Next problem. Please look at it. Prove that tan theta by 1 minus cot theta plus cot theta by 1 minus tan theta equal to 1 plus secant theta cosecant theta. Okay, I have written the problem here now. Please try it. Let me also try simple method. Okay. I think you convert everything into one. Anybody making any progress? Any able to do?
Sir,
Trying. Okay. So what you can do, tan theta by cot theta is 1 by tan theta. Okay. Okay, so this is what it becomes. So that means, so multiply this by tan theta, this first ratio, that will become every time you have to multiply by tan theta. Then it will become like this, right? Tan square theta by tan theta minus 1. This will become 1 by tan theta like this. So you see there's a common factor. So what you can do, you take try to add them up. You get tan theta minus 1 into tan theta into 1 minus tan theta. So I'm taking the sorry, any one you can take, sir, not both, sorry. So you can simply take tan theta into tan theta minus 1. Okay, that is a LCM of the two. Because 1 minus tan theta and tan theta minus 1, one is the negative of the other. So you keep this as the LCM at the denominator. Then you divide this by this, you get tan theta. Tan theta into tan square theta, you get tan cube theta. Okay. When you divide this by this, you get minus 1 here, right? Minus 1. Tan theta into tan theta minus 1 divided by tan theta into 1 minus tan theta, you get minus 1. So minus 1 into 1 is minus 1. So this is what you get, tan cube theta minus 1 into tan theta into this. But tan cube theta can be factorized, right? Tan theta minus 1 into okay, so it becomes like this. So now this gets cancelled out. Now you get the answer. Okay. So numerator is tan square theta plus tan theta plus 1. Denominator is simply tan theta. And this tan square theta plus 1, what is tan square theta plus 1? Secant square theta, right? So the first term I will keep as tan theta plus secant square theta. So you see tan theta by tan theta, that is 1 plus secant square theta by tan theta. So that is 1 plus secant square theta is, keep it as it is, secant square theta. Tan theta is sin theta by cos theta, right? So 1 by tan theta is cos theta by sin theta, right? That means 1 plus, so now secant square theta into cos theta. 1 secant theta into cos theta will become 1 because secant theta and cos theta are reciprocals of each other. So what will remain is only 1 secant theta over sin theta. 1 by sin theta is cosecant theta, right? Okay, it involves a few steps, but just knowledge of trigonometry. There may be a shorter method also. I just did in this way. There may be, in all these problems, there are multiple ways, okay, which you can do. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So let's look at the next problem. (29). 3 years ago, Rashmi was thrice as old as Nazma. 10 years later, Rashmi will be twice as old as Nazma. How old are Rashmi and Nazma now? This is also, I think, a proportion problem. Okay, it should have come even before 10th standard, I think. So you all should be able to do it. Simple algebra problem. So done, tell me, Santosh or Veeran.
Sir, doing.
What about you, Veeran? Are you able to do? Hello, Veeran? Why is it coming like leaving and joining, leaving and joining? Looks like Veeran also has some problem. Hello, Veeran? Okay. Santosh, did you do?
Sir, Rashmi, 33 years old.
Rashmi is 33 years old. And Nazma?
Nazma 13 years old.
13 and 33. but wait a minute. So Rashmi's current age, let's say X, and other is Nazma. So you are getting S. Can you repeat? Rashmi is what?
Rashmi, 33 years old.
Nazma?
Nazma, 13 years old.
Okay. What is the condition that they are given? First condition is 3 years back, Rashmi was thrice as old as Nazma. Okay. So 3 years back, Rashmi would have been 30 and Nazma would have been 10. Very good. Satisfies. Thrice. And 10 years later, Rashmi will be twice as old as Nazma. 10 years later, 10 years later, Rashma will be 43 and Nazma will be 23, right? 10 years later, 43 and 23. So it's not coming twice, no?
Sir, 3 years later means X plus 7, right?
No. See, first condition is X minus 3 is 3-year-old. Rashmi's age 3-year-old was X minus 3. Nazma's 3 year ago, Rashma's age would have been Y minus 3. Okay. And the condition given is X minus 3 is equal to 3 times Y minus 3. That is one. Okay. Second condition is likewise 10 years later. Okay. X plus 10 equal to 2 times Y plus 10.
Sir, X plus 7, why not?
Why X
Because,
plus 7?
sir, 3 years later, so we are now X plus 7 minus.
No. See, the current age is X, right? So 3 years ago, what would be the age? It is X minus 3 only, no? Likewise,
Okay.
10 years later means you have to say X plus 10 only. Why 7?
Sir, I take now as X minus 3.
Now as X minus 3. Okay. So that means 3 years ago, you should take X minus 6, no? Now it is X minus 3, then 3 years back, it will be X minus 6.
Okay.
Right? So you don't confuse. In these problems, take the current age as X and Y. Okay. So then 3 years ago means X minus 3 and Y minus 3. 10 years later mean X plus 10 and Y plus 10. So this is how you form the equation. X minus 3 is 3 times Y minus 3. X plus 10 is 2 times Y plus 10. Okay. Now solve it. This doesn't match. Okay. So the conditions are X minus 3 equal to 3 times Y minus 3 and X plus 10 is 2 times Y plus 10.
Sir,
Did it? What did you get?
Rashmi, 42 years old. Nazma, 16 years old.
Okay. So 3 years ago, it would have been 39 and 13, which is 3 times. 10 years later, 52 and 26, which is 2 times. Very good. This is correct answer. Okay. Very good. Let's look at 30. So it's given that there is a circle with center O. There are two tangents, okay, at points A and B. And A and B are the two sides of a diameter. Okay.
Oh.
So you see that AB passes through the center, so it's a diameter. So you draw a tangent through A and tangent through B. So they will be parallel. Okay. So because any tangent will make a 90 degree with the radius. So this is also 90 degree. This is also 90 degree. Therefore, these two lines are parallel. Okay. So now there is a point P and Q, and you connect OP and OQ. Then what is the angle formed? POQ. You have to prove that that will be 90 degree. Let us say this PQ touches this at a point called R. Let us join this OR. That will help us. Join OR. And look at these two triangles. Are you able to progress, Santosh? Are you getting an idea?
So R is 90 degree.
Yes, this is 90 degree. Very good. Okay. This is 90 degree. If you look at this triangle PRO, that angle PRO will be 90 degrees. Correct. Similarly, OBP is also 90 degrees. You look at these two triangles, ORP and OBP, ORP and OBP. Do you see anything similar?
90 degree is similar.
90 degree is similar. Okay.
Radius similar.
Two radiuses are there equal. Okay, that is OB equal to OR. And then OP is common.
Yes, sir.
So from that, what can we say? These two triangles are congruent because you need to prove that based on either all the three sides or two sides and the angle in between. So to bring it to one of the conditions. But here, since it is a right angle triangle and the hypotenuse is common, and this OB is common radius, OB equal to OR. So what you should do is BP equal to square root of OP square minus OB square, right? Similarly, PR OP square minus OR square. Again, it is same as OP square minus R square because OR is also radius, OB is also a radius. So you see that BP equal to PR.
Sure.
Therefore, it becomes BP equal to PR. Now BP equal to PR, OB equal to OR, and OP is common. So all the three sides have become equal. Right? So from based on the three side matching of the three sides, we can say that these two triangles are congruent. That means this angle is same as this angle. Okay. This angle BOP will be equal to POR because these two triangles are congruent. Okay. Apply the same logic for the triangles AOQ and ROQ. Very similar, right? So those two are also sharing the one radius, okay, and one common hypotenuse, and no, both of them have a 90-degree. Okay, so this is 90-degree, this is 90-degree. Okay, the same logic, we will get this angle AOQ is equal to this ROQ. Okay, so let us say this is A, B, B. Now what do we see? A plus B plus B is equal to 180. Correct?
Yes, sir.
That is 2 times A plus B equal to 180. This tells us A plus B equal to 90.
90.
That's what they want to prove, right? Is A plus B equal to 90 degree.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. The next one is another diagram. This is very similar. Okay, the diagram is similar. The problem is also very similar. Okay, so I'm going to leave it to you to do this. Try this. Okay, by extending whatever we did in the previous problem, we should be able to do the problem number 30B. I am going to ask you to try it at home and positively try it. Okay, and come because I don't want to do the same similar problem. Okay, rather we'll do another problem now. Let's look at 31 now. Plus, but please write down this 30B. Okay, write it down.
Sir, I can't see, sir. Scroll.
Oh. Change the tab. 30B. Please write it down because this is very similar to 30A. You should be able to solve it. We'll do it after you make your effort. I want to try it in the do it in the next class. If you're want to discuss in the next class, hopefully you would have done it. Okay.
Hello, teacher.
Wrote it? Okay. You drew the diagram also?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Good.
Finished,
Good.
sir.
Finished. Good. Okay. I think I shared this question paper also in the group. Last week, I think I shared it a couple of weeks back. So you can even look at it. Okay. You are in that group, right? That JE 2027. In that group,
Yes, sir.
it is there. This question paper is there. So you can look at it also. Right. So now look at 31. 31. Okay, so I have drawn this in this tab now. Okay, so there is a bigger cylinder whose radius is capital R, smaller cylinder whose radius is small r, and it is given that the capital R is small r plus 1. Okay, and the height of the cylinder is 14 centimeters, and the cylinder is a hollow cylinder. Okay, so that hollow cylinder volume is 176 centimeter cube. Now you have to find out R. So I think so you can write down the formula for the volume and equate it to 176, you will get R. As simple as that. It's very straightforward. So what will be the formula for that hollow cylinder?
Pi r capital R square minus small r square into h.
Very good. Okay, V equal to pi h will be common, pi r square minus r square. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
This is given as 176, right?
Yes, sir.
And h is given as 14. So we can write this as 14 pi r plus 1 whole square minus r square. Okay. So you get a simple equation in R. R plus 1 whole square is what? R square plus 2r plus 1. And minus r square. That r square get cancelled out. So this is what will remain. 14 pi into 2r plus 1 equal to 176. So what is R? (176 by 14 pi). Okay, 1 by pi is 7 by 22, right?
Yes, sir.
8. So 2r plus 1 is 4. So 2r equal to 3. And r equal to small r is equal to 1.5. Right?
Outer radius 2.5 centimeter.
Correct. Correct. Just check whether I have done correctly. 14 pi into 2r plus 1. Two r plus 1 equal to 176. 2r plus 1 centimeter. 2, 4. Yeah. Correct. By 4. Pi. So capital R will be 1.3, 2.5. That's all. Okay. So let's see if we can. I think we come to the end of a section, right? So let's do just one problem. So I think we'll do this 32 and stop. Okay. 32. Let's do the 32. 32. Okay, length of the arc and area of the arc. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. There is a circle. Center is an arc. The R is given as 21. So what is the length of the arc AB?
Sir, formula, I don't know.
You don't know. What is the circumference of the whole circle? 2 pi r, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, this angle is only 60 degree. The whole circle is how much? How many degrees?
180, 360
degree. So, out of the 360 degree, it is only 60 degree distance. So, you have to take that proportion. 60 by 360. That is all you have to do. Okay. 2 pi r is 21 into 60 by 360. So if that is angle is given, that angle by 360, total circumference, you take that proportion, angle by 360. That's all you have to do. So 2 into 22 by 7 into 21. 1 by 6, right? 60 by 360 is 1 by 6. This is 3. So this gets cut.
22.
22 centimeters. So arc AB is 22 centimeters. Okay. What is the next question? Says minor segment of this card. What is the area of the minor segment of this card? This area. Okay, when a card cuts the circle into two, the smaller segment is minor segment, bigger segment is the major segment. Okay, so now the area of the minor segment means this, whatever I have shaded. Now, I am applying the same logic. For the area of OAB, this segment, what will that be? This area, OAB, minus triangle OAB is what is needed. Okay, then that will give the area of the segment. So you have to find out the sector. Okay, this is called a sector. Sector OAB. Okay. What is the area of sector OAB? Same logic. Okay. So what is the area of the circle? Out of that you
Pi r
take
square.
pi r square
Theta.
into
Theta.
theta by 360.
360.
Same thing. You know, proportion, that proportion only you have to take out of the pi r square. Calculate it. I r square. R is 21, right?
Yes, sir.
This is 6. Okay, so this is 3. This is 2. This is 11. So what remains? 11 into 21.
231, sir.
231. That is the area of the sector.
Sector.
Right. And what is the area of the triangle OAB? Look at this triangle. It has got two sides and an intermediate angle is given. 21, 21. Intermediate angle is 60. What is the area of the triangle?
Half into B.
Half into
B into X.
the side A into side B. If two sides are given, AB, sine A, or rather sine theta, I'll write. Sine theta, the angle between these two sides. Okay. That is the formula for triangle of area of triangle. Half, if two sides are given, so if those two sides are making 90 degree, it will simply be half AB because sine 90 degree will be 1. Okay. If it is not making 90 degree, if it is now in this case making 60 degree, then you have to put half AB into sine 60 degree. That's all. Okay. Half A is again 21. B is also 21. Both the sides are 21. And sine 60 is what? Root 3 by 2. No? Sine 60 is root 3 by 2. Okay. So you calculate it. Assuming 1.73, right? For root 3, you have to calculate and normally you take 1.73, right? For root 3. Calculate it and tell me.
Seven 62.93 by 4, sir.
762.93, which is 190.75, something like that, right? If I take it as 763, it comes to 190.75. So I'm taking it as approximately 191. Okay, rounded it to 191. Okay, so the previous one is 231, so this is 191, let us say. So area of segment will be area of minor segment. 40. Okay. So let's stop here. So we'll continue. We'll continue in the next class. Okay. We've done about 32, right? Yeah. If you want to try more problems, I think I already told. Let's share this question paper and ask you all of you to try whatever problems you can. Next class, you try. Definitely do this 30B that we discussed now, and try to solve other AP problems. I think you should.